In this series, I'm going to show you guys why I am one of the best college football players in the world. I've won hundreds of thousands of dollars during my time of playing professional football video games, including becoming the #1 ranked CFB player in the world. But during my time of professional video games, everyone has called me a cheeser and a one playbook merchant. Well, today I am going to try to beat the allegations, and I have 28 days of getting top 100 in ranked. The one challenge, every single day I have to rock a different playbook. This is going to show you guys inside the mind of live lab sessions, and then what we are going to be looking for within games and trying to prove that I am no longer a one play cheeser. All right, boys, last video you guys did see the 2-lane playbook. Now we have been knocking out just games all day, and I don't even know how many games I've played. I've probably played anywhere from like 30 to 40 games, I want to say, putting ourselves in a really good spot for top 100. Now, there are only 4 days and 12 hours left, 11 hours technically, to get top 100. I needed just a day where I just grinded one playbook that I knew I was pretty comfortable in and put ourselves in a very good spot. Now, I'm gonna quickly go over the team here just so you guys go ahead and see it. I'll go ahead and click on the abilities and just scroll over everybody. If you want to go ahead and pause, now would be the time. So many new cards have obviously come out in this game, so a lot has changed when it does come to abilities. Let me go ahead and click on this. There we go. Okay, perfect. I forgot we actually didn't have abilities on some of these players, but so many new cards came out, insane all around. The top 100 cards that we are grinding for will probably be some of the best cards in the game too. Now, playbook for today, Arkansas playbook, we are going to be running Bunch Strong Nasty. Bunch Strong Nasty, really, really good playbook. I probably need 15-ish more games, I would think, obviously assuming I do not lose one of those 15 games, to really secure my spot in the top 100. If you've been watching this series and you are somebody that does happen to grind this top 100 leaderboard yourself, I would estimate 5,800 should be safe. If you're like in this range, top 25 give or take, I mean, I just can't imagine that you won't be safe. If you look at the current leaderboard, the cutoff is around 5,300. So that means it would be climbing up 500 in about 4 days. That just feels high to me. If you really want to make sure that you're safe, I'd say 5,900 for sure does it. Like if you're in the top 18, you should 100% feel safe. Boys, let's go ahead and get into some games with the Arkansas playbook. Real quick, boys, if you guys are a CFB26 or a Madden 26 player, if you guys want to have more fun and win more, throw touchdowns like this and then bag the most annoying of offenses, make sure you guys check out civil.gg, where I drop my tournament winning schemes on. We recently did a survey that said 98.1% of players that sign up win more. Make sure you guys use code Dcroft to save you 30% off at the checkout. Once you sign up, you'll get instant access to the schemes to start winning more. All right, boys, we are going to be running Bunch Strong Nasty. Now, formation that I do really like a lot in this game. It's just a very simple formation. You guys probably know at this point, me and the Bunch formations, we love one another. Now, right there, we are going to look for the sideline route. A little bit of a bad free form there. Now, you might be wondering why I like Bunch so much, especially because I feel like I've talked about, you know, how much I've liked Bunch throughout this series, but I've tried to stay away from running it as much. Really just due to the fact I feel like people don't like seeing Bunch as much as they do in these games. Now, truthfully, the reason why Bunch, am I going to be able to... Okay, we're not going to just like... We're just going to ignore that one. It has been a long day of grinding for me. We're just going to tip my cap. Now, the reason why Bunch is so good, though, when you're not just throwing blind picks to the CPU like that, it really just has to do with the way that you can space the field. Now, one of the ways that I really like to just play offense within this game is this idea of being able to attack any area of the field very effectively. And Bunch just does that really, really well. I don't think that there's really ever formations outside of Bunch that can really attack the entire area of the field super effectively. If you look at just like other general spacing plays within this game, there's just something about bunch that will just always clearly make it so much better than really any other formation, and it's never really even close in my opinion either. It's one of the things that I always go back to where, you know, if you are watching this series at this point, you know, mid-February probably means you're going to play CFB27, right? Probably means you're pretty hardcore into just the whole football gaming realm. And you're probably thinking, what can I do just to keep getting better? Now, one of the things that I think is going to be super essential for you guys is going to be learning how to run bunch. Look, I know it might be boring. I know it might not be the most ideal thing ever. The reality of it is, though, is when you boot up CFB27, bunch is going to be one of the best formations right off the rip. That's just the way these games have been year in and year out. Very few times are bunch going to not be the best formation. Now, again, it can vary on which bunch is necessarily the best. You know, right now, if you're one of my Madden guys, bunch X nasty is actually the best bunch, and this game is going to be some form of just bunch strong. It's going to be the best bunch, but you guys get the gist of it, right? You know, bunch is always going to be one of the best formations in these games. Now, I'm just going to kind of lurk the middle of the field. Vic Beasley, dog. All right, good little hold right there. And is he already going to quit? Let's see. I don't think he's actually going to quit, boys. I'm going to go ahead and resume right here. But back to what I was saying. So bunch, again, just year in and year out is a staple offense that you guys need to be running. On the flip side of this quickly, I do want to talk about defense. If you're somebody rocking defense, one of the things I would recommend in terms of a defense that you should get used to running year in and year out is actually going to be double A gap. I think double A gap is that next gen overpowered defense. And if you're able to run double A gap at a high level in CFB26, you're going to be at such a massive advantage going into CFB27. So again, just food for thought, something to think about. Now, back in bunch strong nasty right here. Hopefully we can have a little bit better drive than just throwing right to the user. And actually, he's going to quit out. So let's go ahead and get into game number 2, boys. All right, boys. Game number 2, and this guy's actually running goal line. Now, I don't know what it is about goal line, but I have seen this defense a lot more. Now, I'm actually going to take a quick little timeout right here. I'm going to break down blocking in terms of how I like to play goal line. Now, the thing about goal line is I really just view it as a worse mid blitz, right? It's a very same style of defense, going to be a lot of cover 0 man, going to be a lot of send 6. So what is going to be my core way and concept of trying to beat this? Now let's go ahead and see if he does come out in this again, which he does. So very first and foremost, I like to block the tight end. Now he's going to shift his line to the right. That's going to be trying to create the overload. So I'm actually going to go ahead and untarget both of these middle backers. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hold L1 right here. And as you guys can see, all the blocking does look good. Now what I'm really going to be looking for is corner route on the left side of the field, looking for my free form streak to the outside on the right. And then if I don't like that look, I can go ahead and have the drag. Now a little bit of a bad throw from Jalen Hurts right there, but the idea and the thought process we really like. Offensive line cleanly boxed right there. So I'm okay running that concept again, right? You know, if I'm able to get an open player, I'm willing to throw that a lot. Now, one of the things that I do think is important to note with this year's game, and I've noticed this a lot now playing, again, however many ranked games I have over the past couple of days, quarterbacks are bad. And I don't think I actually realized just how bad quarterbacks were. Good defense by him, just bad reads by me. Until I was really just on this rank grind. I have platinum dot, I have gold dot, I have used every form of dot. And quarterbacks just still miss throws. There's really no like way around it. They just miss throws at a rate I've never seen before in a video game. You know, typically if you have a quarterback with thresholds, and what do I mean by thresholds? It's typically going to be 85 throw accuracy, so the short accuracy, the medium accuracy, deep accuracy. Sometimes it can be up to 90 in specific games, but this year it is 85 in these games. Those quarterbacks are typically going to be able to hit those wide open reads like that. Now, again, I've already missed 2 wide open players. Clean pocket, by the way. If you look in the top left right there, that is the perfect clean pocket, and that stuff just happens. And I want to just say to you guys, it's been a super frustrating process for me. You know, I'm a very big believer on if I have open player, I should be allowed to throw. I mean, this is actually getting kind of insane now. If I have open player, I should be able to throw my open play, right? You know, we're talking about Hurts. I don't know how expensive Hurts is now, but I paid a decent amount for him, I think is fair to say. And I literally cannot hit my just wide open player, right? Now, right here, I'm going to go ahead and throw the ball away right there. This is a little bit more of now just like a frustration, like just spamming something over and over again, which is not great by me. Let's also make that clear. That was not really great play calling by me. But it's just part of the game, right? Your quarterback, he's just going to miss throws, right? At a rate that is higher than I've ever seen any quarterback miss throws before, right? And, you know, one of the things that, you know, EA has tried to put like a massive emphasis on is this like whole idea of like, oh, this is realism, right? You know, realistically your quarterbacks are never going to hit every throw every single time, right? As we do finally hit a wide open player right there. But I'm curious to see what your guys' thoughts are. You know, for me, I'm always just looking for competitive balance. I want my quarterback to be able to make the throws he should make, right? I don't need my quarterback to make like these crazy like on the run, etc. throws. That I'm actually very anti that. Fun fact, I actually hate when your quarterback can make crazy throws, but like if it's something like this, like that needs to just be accurate every single time. We're talking about a 20-yard streak in a clean pocket with a free form. So I'm curious to see what your guys' thoughts are on that. If you guys like that, if you guys do not like that, let me know. Also, next part about this too, we have, I believe, 5 more days left in February. 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. So after you guys see this, it'll technically be 4 more days. Tomorrow we are going to be recording. What am I recording tomorrow? I don't even know what I'm recording tomorrow. Fun fact, you guys actually have had a massive influence on playbooks that I do record, because I really do take your feedback a lot. I had, again, like I had my set playbook list and everything. I have not checked it in a minute. I created that like way back at the start of the series, completely veered off of it. So tomorrow, I'm going to just be picking a random playbook. But for the next 3 days, since I'm in a good spot for top 100, I'm okay running some of your guys' playbooks, right? If you guys need or want me to run your playbook, put it in the comments. Because truthfully, I don't know if I'm going to do something like this again. At least not in this year's CFB, right? You know, running 30 or 28 different playbooks in 28 different days, right? I think it's going to be closer to like 25 playbooks, because I've obviously missed a couple of upload days here. I think I've missed 2 or 3 upload days, but I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that many more playbooks throughout the rest of the year. And there obviously does come a point where there's only so many like viable playbooks in these games, right? You know, there's only so many good playbooks that you can't even potentially use. All right, there, little basic sick concept from him. And really what my plan is after this series is over, I'm going to go ahead and probably focus a little bit more on gauntlets, national championships. You know, playing this volume of ranked games at this point in the year, it's not that it's not even fun to me. You know, like I've always enjoyed playing ranked a lot, but I really do just want to focus on probably gauntlet and stuff like that. I just think the rewards this year are sick for top 100 ranked, and I want to make sure I got them this season. Right there, good defense by us. One of the reasons why I feel like this series has been good for us is even those games where we've played really bad offense, defensively we've been able to lock in. Now, right there, good little underneath read by him. I kind of need like old school Cam to knock that one out right there. Now, playbooks off the top of my head that I have seen you guys commenting too. I've seen a lot of USC. That's a playbook I've actually not even just seen a lot of. That's a playbook I've probably seen the most of, I want to say. It's funny because the people that are commenting USC, by the way, are saying USC and then they're adding Southern California after it. I could be wrong. Again, I don't keep up with colleges like that closely, but I'm pretty sure they're just saying University of Southern California when they do say that, which I find pretty funny personally. When I've seen that comment, like I'm pretty sure you're just saying USC or Southern California twice back to back, but I don't know, maybe it's USC SC or something like that. Maybe I am just completely mistaken on that. Now right here, this guy's kind of Mickey Mouse moving the ball down the field on me. Now also, tomorrow's video probably has a little bit more energy. I'm recording this at 10 to 9. As I said, I've been grinding rank just all day today. Like I have been dialed in ranked gameplay. Another thing about ranked gameplay, as I get a fumble, but that's not actually a fumble, the drop picks are insane, right? I have seen more drop picks in probably 7-8 hours of gameplay, give or take, than I have seen in probably entire year of football, like, game cycles in this game. Like, I kid you not. I by the way, I have Legion on. I have I don't have house calls on right now. I probably should put house calls back on after what I've been experiencing. But the drop picks are at an all-time high. And one of the big things in this year's game is no eyes, no pick, right? I think it's one of the very first things that you guys seeing CFB26, one of their key points, right, was talking about this idea of no eyes, no picks. Now, I don't love to be negative on this channel. I don't really love to be negative on my Twitter. No eyes, no pick is without a doubt the worst feature I've ever seen in a competitive football video game, right? And I know that this is not designed to be a competitive football video game, so I'll take it even one step further. It is just the worst feature I've ever seen in a video game. Like, the intentionalness of just not being able to catch picks is insane. And I want to just tell you guys why I think it's insane, and not just say this statement without, you know, like, reasoning behind it. First and foremost, I do not have control where my head is on a play, right? My player could easily be looking the wrong way because I can't control that about a player, right? So why should I be potentially punished for not being able to have my player look in the wrong direction, right? Like, there isn't a button for me to go like, oh, hey, Dcroft, you need to go ahead and have your, like, player turn his head via X button, right? Like, that just doesn't make sense, right? And it just makes it so much tougher to play defense, right? You know, if you guys were a core CFB25 player now going into 26, CFB25, pretty good defensive game, I would say, right? As this guy, I think this guy's rage pausing, by the way. No, he's quitting. All right, I'm going to keep talking about this in the next game. Let's go ahead and get to game number 3, boys. All right, boys, starting next game. Building off of what I was saying about just no eyes, no pick, right? I just don't have control of my player in terms of, like, where he's able to turn his head, and I think it's just one of the worst features I've ever seen put into a game intentionally, right? I think it makes defense very, very tough to play, and I'm just really not sure what I'm supposed to even be doing as a defensive player. Now, I'm curious to hear your guys' points on this too, right? One of the things that I think you guys have been killing it on, by the way, which I'm a huge fan of this, is you guys, comments-wise, have been just killing it. I've been reading through all the comments. Big fan of your guys' comments as well. Go through all of them. It's actually a great distraction for me whenever I'm in class. I just read all of your guys' comments, see what you guys do and don't like. Obviously, try to figure out what playbooks you guys also do and do not like. But for me personally, I would just be curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this. I don't know if this is just me being like stupid pro player bias, as some people might think. I don't know, maybe if you guys think it's like actually a good feature, right? Maybe it is something that's good. Maybe it's something that I'm just completely wrong about and the casual community loves, which is very possible too. But for me, it's just something that I think it's just so bad. And I think even if I was a casual, right? Like, if somebody like throws the ball right at me, or even if like my defender's hands hit it and then my eyes aren't looking at the quarterback and then my just player randomly drops it, like, I feel like that'd be frustrating at any skill level. Again, maybe I've completely missed the plot somehow. Maybe you guys are gonna just kill me in the comments for this. Funnily enough, there was actually some people that killed me in the comments for the way I ran triple option. Somebody told me to put option king on. They said, Dcroft, you didn't put option king on. This is why this didn't work. I'm like, oh shoot, man. Let me just go ahead and throw in an option king next time when I go ahead and run triple option. Nice. But it does make me just honestly wonder at points where it's like, man, maybe I am just completely missing things. Like, maybe EA is just completely knocking it out of the park. I'm just being stupidly biased, right? Maybe that is a thing. I don't think it is, but maybe it is. Now, right here, 4th and inches right here. Again, I'm not doing a great job talking about the games. I've played like too many games. I've played too many ranked games. Dcroft is tired of thinking of ranked games. Let's just go ahead and hike here. I mean, like, the thing is about these games too, it's just like, I'm at the point where I'm almost on like autopilot for gameplay. Really important thing for you guys is going on autopilot for gameplay. Just knowing like what's going to be open, why it's open, yada yada yada, right? Talked about it a decent amount throughout this series. Whenever I'm obviously recording these videos, I do always try to have like a good job of like key core concepts of every single day that I want to get into. I think this is like one of the first days that I'm just trying to get like one of these videos out for you guys. And again, I feel like everything I'm talking about is very valuable, but just a little bit more just all over the place, right? Not like a great level of structure, I feel like is fair to say. A big thing that Civil does talk to me about, though, he always talks about like you just have to upload content. Like even if it's not always going to be a 10 out of 10 video, if it is a good video and you are providing value to somebody, you need to just go ahead and upload it. So that's kind of what this video just is today here too. Now right here we have the tight end, a little pass lead, catch right there. I do have sure hands on my tight end. If you guys did not notice that, big fan of sure hands on my tight end. I feel like your tight end is the player that needs to make the most amount of what I would consider crucial catches. The drag routes, the post routes. Again, tight ends are probably running into coverage a little bit more often, tighter windows. Having that sure hands, very, very nice. Outside receivers typically won't be running into coverage a ton. You're running them towards the sideline. It's more towards, isolated areas is what I would consider it. So sure hands on the tight end is very, very good. Also sure hands on your wide receiver, slot wide receiver that is. Also very, very good too. Kind of just the same idea. Slot wide receiver is just more likely to be running over the middle of the field than what an outside wide receiver personally would be. And they set on offense like that for me. And one of the things that is also very important is understanding why you should and also should not have certain abilities. I know you guys probably don't think about this a lot, but being able, as we get a fumble, that's big time. Being able to maximize your AP on offense is really one of the ways you can find that like smart edges against somebody else, right? If you're somebody that isn't throwing to your tight end a lot, what's even the point of having like gold sure hands on him, right? You're at the end of the day just wasting AP and you're putting yourself in a position where you're more likely to fail than succeed. Right. One of the other ideas too is cutter, right? We'll go ahead and talk about cutter on offense because I think cutter is a very good ability. I don't use it a ton, but I do have it right now. Just for you guys that need a refresher, these are my abilities. They're not platinum, by the way. They are all at gold. They just have upgraded to platinum throughout this game. And it's one of those things that I really just try to find the best abilities everywhere to always find those like small little edges that I can. And with the upgrade system of abilities based off of player performance within game, once you can get gold to platinum, definitely is a very, very big help. I don't have any stock platinum abilities. Don't really think it's needed. Boys, we are in a groove right now. We have been recording for like 20 or 30 minutes. 4 games already in? Let's go ahead and get into another game. All right, boys, final game of the video here. Obviously the in-betweens of the games are cut out. I just have like the biggest yawn ever in between these games. I don't know if my eyes are showing it right now. Typically when I get tired, my eyes get like crazy bloodshot though. And that is just currently where I feel at right now. I have midterms coming up here too. I feel like we're at the point of the video where I can ramble with people not getting mad at me rambling. So yeah, I do have midterms this week. Nice little speed boost. We will have a tip on speed boosting up for the channel for you guys after this series is over, just so you guys do know about that and can look forward to it. But yeah, midterms are just killing me right now. I kid you not. I have a professor. For those of you that are in school, have ever done school, if you guys have knocked out a college degree, I have so much respect for you. I am currently, Monday, I had a quiz, right? And these aren't like just, you show up and take the quiz, you kind of know what's on the quiz. No, you have no idea what's on the quiz. You better be studying for like 2 to 3 hours beforehand to make sure you know everything that is on the quiz, right? So Monday, take a quiz. I think I did well on it. Probably got like a C or a B, which probably isn't that well to some people, but for me at this point, I'm chilling with that. Then Wednesday, which is tomorrow for me right now, today for probably most of you guys, is I have another quiz, same class, by the way, not even a different class, same class. Then on Monday, I have a test in that class. So yes, you are hearing that correctly. I have quiz, test in 3 consecutive classes for 1 singular class. just insanity to me. How any professor can ever assign that amount of work is insane to me. But one of the things that has been very nice for me is this series has actually been a blast for me. It's been, one of the things I've been able to actually look forward to out of class. My days pretty much consist of wake up, school, YouTube. I go to the gym for probably like a little over an hour, 5 times a week, and go from there, and then obviously record this stuff, right? So being able to, just have this, definitely, it's been a blast for me, right? One of the things that I think, just assessing myself as a content creator, I need to do a better job being consistent during the busy part of the Madden season. I will actually be launching a Madden YouTube here pretty soon, just really due to the fact that I do play a lot of Madden, as we're getting, man, that's actually my bomb that he just hit me with. Really good play by him right there. But I have things set in place now where next year, CFB27, I'm a lot more confident for being able to have consistent content on this channel. I don't think I did a good enough job of it this year. If you guys want, you guys can go ahead and correct me. But I think that there's a lot of improvement that I can have just with a greater form of consistency, right? Also, I do graduate, so being able just to be graduated, it's going to help, right? I'm just going to naturally have more time. Please score. Very good, Dickerson. But I'm just going to naturally have a lot more time on my hands. I will be doing Madden full-time, CFB full-time, so it's not like I'm going to graduate, get like a 9 to 5 or something like that, and then be more crammed for time. It's going to be the complete opposite. Between this guy's field goal block glitching me. I almost lost a game to somebody field goal block glitching me. You guys saw that game. If you have not, one of the best games I've played was from the Tulane Playbook. Those guys are the loser of, like, if you want to talk about like the complete rats, losers, like sewer rats in New York, they are more ethical than field goal block glitchers on CFB26. I wholeheartedly mean that too. I truly believe that the sewer rats in New York are like more ethical than some of these dudes that play ranked. I have not even learned how to field goal block glitch. Now, should I? Probably, so I can get my get back on these people that want to go ahead and do this, but it is just a miserable experience trying to beat people that field goal glitch. Like, people are like, oh, just aim it up and to the right. Well, the problem is, if you aim up and to the right, they can just flip onto the other guy when they notice that, and then you're just going to get your kick block, and then you do it to the other side. Now I'm playing a guessing game on which way they're just glitch blocking me. Oh, also, there was another guy, man, I meant to respond to him too. I've been seeing you guys' comments, haven't done a great job of actually responding to them. But there was somebody that was asking about like pro scene tournament rules. There isn't really anything like concrete on a website. It's just like player ethics, I guess is like the best way of looking at it for CFB. They don't have like a defined set like rules places. This guy's actually playing very good offense right now against me. I'm not really getting a ton of pressure, and he's doing a good enough job making reads right now. But just to be mindful of that, that was something I did see the other day. Right here, he's going to go to the RPO. Going to go ahead and just move this guy down a little bit. He is now audibling from this. I'm going to go ahead and pinch my D line here too. And all right, good tackles right there. I'm trying to think about what playbook I do want for tomorrow. I don't know. I really just be making stuff up on the fly on this series. I really don't. You guys probably think I have a lot more concrete plan than I actually do. I really just, whatever playbook I feel like rocking that day is where I want to go ahead and do. I think that's one of the best parts about this series is we should get him on the switch stick pick as we do. I'm going to try to bounce this back out to the left. Oh, we weren't going to be able to get out. There was a player out there. A very nice initial speed boost pass right there. You know what? I'm feeling Minnesota tomorrow. I have not ran much trips on this channel. I think we're going to go ahead and rock Minnesota. I think Minnesota is going to be a really good book. I've not rocked a true just like trips tight end. We've done like a couple of what I would consider like Mickey Mouse trips, but I haven't rocked like a true trips tight end. I think Minnesota is the best trips tight end. You way back when, the start of the year for CFB, I actually had that ranked as like my number 3 playbook, I want to say, because I thought it was just the best trips book. It was just a very easy book that, I feel like if you're really just trying to learn these games, trips is a great place to start year in and year out. I think we're going to go ahead and rock trips tomorrow. I think trips is going to be what we do. I'm gonna go ahead and run stem down corner. I don't think this guy's gonna defend this concept great. Stem down corner. Oh, he actually switched it. Okay, I kind of lied right there. That concept is really good. If you're somebody that knows how to switch stick, one of the concepts, right, is you run that concept and then you have like a backside post too. Very meta concept in the switch stick era is that. And it's because it's so tough to just switch stick everything on that play. I mean, just like logically think about it, right? Like if you're switch sticking to one side of the sideline and then you have a post route like coming back over the middle of the field, to be able to get the perfect timing to switch towards the sideline and then back over the middle of the field, it's near impossible, right? You know, I think even if you're one of the best players in the world, switch sticking that play it's dang near impossible, right? Not something that is very, very easy to do. I really think for anybody. Right here, inside zone, pick up the touchdown right there. And we do have platinum shifting too, which is nice. Makes sense because we did have that big early touchdown run. Right here. Oh, he didn't try to field goal block glitch, man. Weird. He actually just tried to ethically block my kick right there. Yes, I kind of respect that. I do respect that. Kickoff right here. Oh, I was gonna say, you know, I was thinking about editing the kickoffs and stuff like that. I think we're just going to go ahead and chalk that. I think you guys are just going to have to listen to my kickoff thoughts throughout the rest of this series. I'm sort of curious to see where the RP does end up. I really don't know where I think it's going to end up. I know at the start of this video, I was saying, ooh, pick it. Oh, we need a pick there. I really do think if you're at 5,900, you should feel safe. I do think 5,800 should be safe, but these cards are so overpowered. The card that I will personally be picking is the linebacker 2. I think that is the really best card without a doubt. I would not be surprised if that card, or if these didn't go up to like 5,900 in ranked. This is just running the ball to Tavon Austin every single play. I'm having a blast. He's using a little gadget package too to go ahead and get him at running back here too. Good feature. Don't really have any major issues with the whole gadget concept. They're just setting up protection and everything. I actually feel kind of bad for this guy. This guy is actually like super locked in right now. He's actually running the bomb right here. Good defense by us. That's like, see, I'm like, that's one of those throws. I feel like like a quarterback should not be able to hit a throw like that. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like quarterbacks hitting throws like that, just bad for the game, right? Don't think that that's a great thing for the game. Nothing should be open here. Maybe the tight end late. He's still gonna throw the tight end. Wow, that's an insane read by him right there. Man. Like, you're talking his own 37 across the field to the 15. Again, like, I just feel like throws like that, a little bit too insane that you're allowed to make those throws without any real punishment. I'm gonna go ahead and just rock a little bit of cover 4 right here. We should be there. And, okay. I'm glad you guys are seeing my experience with drop picks. Because, like, that is exhibit A of, like, no eyes, no pick. Let's go ahead and see if we get the replay right here. Like, I feel like that's egregious right there. Like, that not being a pick is truthfully, like, one of my biggest downfalls with this game. I will never, ever understand anyone saying, like, oh, yeah, this is good for the game. Like, no, this is horrible for the game. Now right here, great defense by us. We do catch that pick, thankfully, on the down that really didn't matter if we actually caught the pick. We are going to be taking off here, boys, and truthfully, I am too exhausted to finish out this game, and he is going to quit, thankfully. So GG's to him. Let's go ahead and see where we are in the top 100 before I do hop off. Good day of grinding. Should be locked for the top 100 right now. I didn't want to leave this to like the last day where I had to knock out like 50 games or something like that. I also don't think I would have been able to because I didn't have one of my top playbooks left. So we are in a good spot right here. We actually got all the way up to 44 after today. We were able to get up to 5,600 skill ranking. And one of the things I think is interesting, defensively, you guys can see. The reason why this is going so well for us is defensively, right? Only giving up 6 points a game realistically means if we score 1 touchdown a game in a random playbook, we are winning that game, right? So that is a huge plus for us. I'm kind of curious, what is my rushing yards against? Oh, that's interesting. I thought I'd be a way lower on this than I was. Interesting. Rushing yards 4. I was gonna say, I don't really run the ball a ton. This guy gets 106. I actually played this dude. I can't remember what that dude ran. Oh, no. This guy, I played this guy yesterday. I might have to run his team. He runs bunch strong Wildcat with Dickerson. I can't remember what the score was. I just remember I was losing my mind the entire game. Not a fun gaming experience whatsoever. I think our giveaway should be low. 0.3, a little bit higher than I'd like. But if you guys want to see the top 100 leaderboard, it isn't glitched anymore. So I'll go ahead and let you guys check it out for yourselves. We are 44th, 125 and 3. Appreciate you guys all a ton, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow.